Okay, people, back at it again. Like I said, well, I've given myself a whole lot of work to do. While I originally only had a little over 50 dinosaurs to cover, I now have to get the, I have about 20, almost 30 or so done. I'm counting these two once they're complete. That should put me close to 30. So I still got like 30 more animals to cover. But the longer I take doing this, the more work I give myself now that we got Compy and Pteranodon to cover. But yeah, let's get into it, everybody. Same thing as last time. Back on the safari, because this is where this dinosaur happens to be located. So as you can see right here in the hatch, why don't y'all just put your hands together too? Let's give this man a welcome round of applause. We waited a long time for another Tyrannosaurid to join this game. Even though Proceratosaurus joined before it did, I'm counting actual, well, Proceratosaurus is an actual Tyrannosaur, but you know what I'm trying to say. Dinosaurs that share that feature, that facial feature with T-Rex. So let's welcome Albertosaurus sarcophagus into the park. Okay, we got our lovely pair of Albertosaurus here sharing an exhibit with Troodon as part of the Alberta Canada thing, or at least the Canadian thing. I don't know, no, not that. It was part of the Dinosaur Park formation exhibit. Well, we got two female Albertosaurus about to rip each other to pieces. Isn't that lovely? Okay, so Albertosaurus means lizard from Alberta. Its code name in the park that was given to it is Alberto, or Alberta if you're dealing with the female variants, like I am. Diet, if for some reason you can't obviously tell, is carnivorous, with it being related to the Tyrannosaurus Rex. It has a height of 3 to 3.5 meters, which is anywhere from 10 to 12 feet, and it has a length of 8.9 to 10 meters, which is anywhere from 29.5 to 33 feet. She's a biggin', what can I say? It weighed approximately 3 to 4 tons, which is 6,000 to 8,000 pounds. It had a range that only extended to Isla Sorna. Birth type A, as in with most dinosaurs. Now, it hasn't been featured in any movies, but we do have games and toys for it. And its most notable game appearances is Warpath Jurassic Park, which once again I was introduced to it. Warpath introduced me to a good number of dinosaurs early on that I wasn't too familiar with, like Cryolophosaurus, Giganotosaurus, Acrocanthosaurus, and stuff like that. We have a Jurassic Park Trespasser, most famously Jurassic Park Operation Genesis. We have Jurassic Park 3 Park Builder. We have Jurassic Park Explorer, Jurassic Park Builder, and this game, Jurassic World Evolution. So let's get into this nitty gritty. Is that Albertosaurus, ooh wee, y'all loud, but Albertosaurus was a Tyrannosaur theropod dinosaur that lived in the Dinosaur Provincial Park between 73 and 70 million years ago in the late Cretaceous period. It could attain a length of up to 9 to 10 meters and had a height of 3 to 3.5 meters. It weighed about 3 or 4 tons. And at one time, Albertosaurus was thought to be the same as Gorgosaurus, another Tyrannosaur, but now they are considered to be two separate species. That's another Tyrannosaur I hope to make it in here, because to me, you don't see that much when it comes to Tyrannosaurus, you don't really hear that much about Gorgosaurus anymore. Like, it's one of the, to me, it's one of the forgotten Tyrannosaurs alongside Electrosaurus. Now it's all about Yutyrannus, Zuching Tyrannus, you know, because they're more favored, especially Yutyrannus, which is the fluffy Tyrannosaur. But moving on, Albertosaurus was the lion of the Cretaceous, as it had a big number of plant eaters to feed on, especially ceratopsians like Styracosaurus or Pachyrhinosaurus, or it could eat from hadrosaurs like Parasaurolophus or Parasaurolophus, however you prefer to say it, or Corythosaurus. There's also fossil evidence that this large ferocious predator may have hunted in packs to bring down too large, difficult prey like Edmontosaurus. Albertosaurus was similar to its cousin Tyrannosaurus, only that it would be probably to be more apt at chasing predators due to its light build. Now, what is dying now? Like, something, you know what? This is Albertosaurus' video. We're not going to let another dinosaur ruin it for it. Just whatever's happening, that dinosaur take care of it. All these dinosaurs here are aptly fed, so I don't know what's going on. Anyway, basically, it was just saying that Albertosaurus would be more apt at chasing its prey because, unlike Tyrannosaurus, it's more light in its build. It's not as heavy set, as you can see here. If anything, Albertosaurus almost looks like in between of a juvenile and a subadult Tyrannosaur, meaning that it was capable of speeds higher than that of Tyrannosaurus, where Tyrannosaurus is actually more believed to move at speeds of at least 12 miles per hour, I believe. I could say I'm not sure how accurate it is to say, but I am more what's the word? I'm more, I don't know. What's the word I'm looking for? Shoot. I believe at least that is capable of reaching speeds of maybe 20 or so miles per hour. Albertosaurus also had a more slender skull and bones, making it a slim and yet graceful and still deadly predator. Now for games, we're moving on to the Jurassic Park Trespasser. Oh, my speech today. I am sorry, people. Albertosaurus made its first appearance in the video game Jurassic Park Trespasser. It can kill Anne with a single bite. Only 3 Albertosaurs are present in the final game. The first time it is seen is after they fall from a cliff in the industrial jungle, hunting for a Parasaurolophus alongside a number of Velociraptors. The other 2 Albertosaurs are located in the first ascent level. The first Albertosaur can be killed with a machine gun mounted to a wrecked truck, and the second and third Albertosaurs, it can be dispatched with the toxic gun, a weapon that could bring the animal down with only 1 shot. I think Clayton demonstrated that, or tried to. The coloration is a brownish yellow with several brown markings with a white underbelly, as well as a black streak from the top of its head to the top of the tail. Now, for Warpath, it says that Albertosaurus is also included in Warpath Jurassic Park as the final dinosaur to unlock. Its area is Universal Studios, and its moves are the same as the Carcharodontosaurus and the Giganotosaurus. It comes in Scarlet Forest and Forest Green, and Cinnamon. I can't remember which was my favorite. It was probably the its base, which was, I think, the Scarlet. But it was awesome, and like when you beat that dinosaur, like to unlock it, I forgot how you had to unlock it, but it would play this awesome little thing where you see this dude playing frisbee in the park with his dog, and all the snow where this Triceratops runs up and catches the frisbee. I think it was a commercial for Universal Studios or something like that, but I liked it. I was about what 9-10 years old at the time. But moving on to the more famous game. Albertosaurus is seen in the video game Jurassic Park Operation Genesis as a 3-star small carnivore with the famous roar I'm sure you all are familiar with by now. It seems to be the most powerful of the small carnivores in the game. More lightly built than its cousins, such as Tyrannosaurus, it forages alone for smaller prey but will gang up to bring down large herbivores. Their favorite prey is Parasaurolophus. Ooh. The coloration is primarily a smoky black with molten orange stripes from head to tail and a creamy grayish brown underbelly. And that's something I wanted to touch on real quick, because it said that Acrocanthosaurus will ambush the faster prey, like from thick forests, and it just dart out in ambush style. Like, that's what this game is desperately needing for is hunting mechanics. Instead of the stale, I'm gonna just line up and let you kill me. We need that RNG that the Operation Genesis had, that success, that fail, that made it feel more natural for the dinosaurs in that game. Oh, well, look at you. Breaking the fourth wall, so to speak. Jurassic Park 3 Park Builder, Albertosaurus is one of the carnivores that can be created from paleo DNA. Its head resembles Tyrannosaurus. In Jurassic Park Explorer, Albertosaurus is featured in this DVD game. A player earns a dinosaur when he or she wins a mini game, and when the earned dinosaur is Albertosaurus, this video, which I do not have, will be shown. The Albertosaurus in this game was actually a recolored Tyrannosaurus. Presumably when the game was made, the developers did not have enough time to create an Albertosaurus, so they reused a Tyrannosaurus Rex to portray the dinosaur. This also happened with Allosaurus. However, the Albertosaurus was related with the T-Rex, as mentioned before. In Jurassic Park Builder, Albertosaurus is one of the available dinosaurs in the simulation game. Albertosaurus shared the Allosaurus, Carcharodontosaurus, and Ceratosaurus model, which is inaccurate to the real Albertosaurus, which had only 2 fingers as opposed to the 3 fingers the game version has. The Albertosaurus in Jurassic Park Builder is one of the few Tyrannosauroids in the game, the other being T-Rex and Yutyrannus. And finally, for Jurassic World Evolution, Albertosaurus is included in Jurassic World Evolution from Claire Sanctuary DLC that was released on June 18th, 2019. Thankfully, without the roar. Now, let's move on to the toy section to see what was made for it. Albertosaurus will appear in the new series of the toy line as the Battle Damage action figure in 2019, based on Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. This will be the first time it will physically have appeared in any Jurassic Park toy set. The Albertosaurus will also be unique to the Battle Damage assortment in that it has 2 dino damages. Pressing on his skin piece will reveal his rib bones, and pressing on the rib bones will reveal his soft organs. Wow. Oh, that's it. But at least it has a toy. The toy looks kind of good too. But that has been Albertosaurus Sarcophagus, everybody. And I gotta say, for what it's worth, it is really an okay dinosaur. Like, its model is really nice and decent. The eyebrow ridges, for some reason, really makes me think of Gorgosaurus, because every time I see Gorgosaurus has those really pronounced eyebrow ridges. But overall, it's a really good looking dinosaur. And like I was saying with Acrocanthosaurus, Albertosaurus has these splotches and markings on it that makes me think of frogs, poison dart frogs or whatnot, especially its rainforest skin. I believe this is its step model. But yeah, people, so I'll be seeing you guys in another episode whenever I can get that out, and I believe that one will be for the Compsognathus. So until then, this has been Super King Ghidorah signing out, everybody.